Welcome to U.S. immigration. The U.S. State Department said it will boost its do not travel guidance to about 80% of countries worldwide, citing unprecedented risk to travelers from the COVID-19 pandemic. The State Department already listed 34 out of 200 countries as level 4, do not travel. New travel restrictions on countries like India is imposed in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, barring most non-U.S. citizens from entering the United States. In an earlier interview, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that Americans can't ever be fully safe from COVID-19, even if they are fully vaccinated, as long as the virus is in other countries.
This pandemic won't end at home until it ends worldwide. And I want to spend a minute on this because it's critical to understand. Even if we vaccinate all 332 million people in the United States tomorrow, we would still not be fully safe from the virus. Not while it's still replicating around the world and turning into new variants that could easily come here and spread across our communities again. And not if we want to fully reopen our economy or start traveling again. Plus, if other countries' economies aren't rebounding because they're still afflicted with COVID, that'll hurt our recovery too. The world has to come together to bring the COVID pandemic to an end everywhere. And for that to happen, the United States must act and we must lead. There is no country on earth that can do what we can do, both in terms of developing breakthrough vaccines and bringing governments, businesses, and international institutions together to organize the massive, sustained public health effort it'll take to fully end the pandemic.
As per the analysis from CATO Institute published in April, more than 500,000 non-immigrant visas are likely affected by the closures in April 2021. 76% of consulates abroad are fully or partly closed even after tests and vaccinations. If the consulates are operational, as per local conditions, then Department of State is prioritizing waiting visa interviews into 4 categories to reduce backlogs. They are dividing prioritization into 4 tiers, starting level 1 from age-out cases of children's, ending level 4 with diversity visas. If you are interested in any of these topics, please stick around till the end of this video. For your immigration news and updates, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. Let's get into the video. First topic for today is the new travel ban. U.S. President Joe Biden imposed new travel restrictions on India starting Tuesday in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, barring most non-U.S. citizens from entering the United States. The new restrictions are on the advice of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. These restrictions are imposed in light of extraordinarily high COVID-19 caseloads and multiple variants circulating in India. The policy will take effect on Tuesday, May 4 at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. Biden in January issued a similar ban on most non-U.S. citizens entering the country who have recently been in South Africa. He also reimposed an entry ban on nearly all non-U.S. travelers who have been in Brazil, the United Kingdom, Ireland, and 26 countries in Europe that allow travel across open borders. Please check the link in the description for travel ban exceptions. The national interest exceptions categories for all existing regional bans include foreign nationals seeking to provide vital support for critical infrastructure, which could be travel pursuant to H-L-O-B, visa waiver, or other non-immigrant business or work categories. Journalists. F&M students. Certain academics covered by exchange visitor programs. Let's get into the next topic about travel restrictions for travel from United States. State Department has warned against travel to 80% of the world. Here's what you need to know. The State Department now warns against travel to 8 out of 10 countries worldwide in the latest update to its travel advisory list. The move brings the department's recommendations more in line with those of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Some of Americans' favorite international vacation spots, including Canada, Mexico, and the UK, are now categorized as level 4, do not travel. You may want to reconsider any plans to travel abroad. That's the recommendation from the U.S. State Department, which updated its travel advisories list this week, warning U.S. citizens and residents against foreign travel to 80% of countries worldwide. Calling the risks the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic poses to travelers as unprecedented, the State Department said in an April statement that it strongly recommends U.S. residents reconsider all travel abroad. Most Americans were already prevented from traveling to much of Europe because of COVID-19 restrictions. Washington has barred nearly all non-U.S. citizens who have recently been in most of Europe, China, Brazil, Iran, and South Africa. India has been newly added to the list. The White House has given no timeline for when it might ease those restrictions. Let's get into the next topic regarding visa prioritization by State Department. As per the Department of State announcement today, they are committed to sharing the current status of their worldwide visa operations. As part of that effort, they would like to provide more details regarding how embassies and consulates are prioritizing immigrant visa applications in an attempt to reduce the backlog of visa applications resulting from travel restrictions and operational constraints caused by the global COVID pandemic. They are dividing prioritization into 4 tiers, starting level 1 from age-out cases of children's, ending level 4 with diversity visas. Even before prioritization, they want to consider the health and safety of their own staff and applicants, then they want to extend their services to U.S. citizens seeking assistance abroad, and later to individuals seeking immigration benefits. The guiding principle on immigrant visa prioritization is that family reunification, which is a clear priority of the U.S. government's immigration policy, a priority as expressed in the Immigration and Nationality Act. Specifically, the department's prioritization relied on clear direction from Congress that the department must adopt a policy of prioritizing immediate relative visa applicants and K-1 fiancés of U.S. citizens, followed by family preference immigrant visa applicants. Consistent with those objectives, U.S. embassies and consulates are using a tiered approach to triage immigrant visa applications based on the category of immigrant visa as they resume and expand processing. Consular sections, where possible, are scheduling some appointments within all 4 priority tiers every month. The following lists the main categories of immigrant visas in priority order. Tier 1, immediate relative intercountry adoption visas, age-out cases, cases where the applicant will soon no longer qualify due to their age, and certain special immigrant visas, SQ and SI for Afghan and Iraqi nationals working with the U.S. government. Tier 2, immediate relative visas, fiancé visas, and returning resident visas. Tier 3, family preference immigrant visas, and SE special immigrant visas for certain employees of the U.S. government abroad. Tier 4, all other immigrant visas, including employment preference and diversity visas. Many embassies and consulates continue to have a significant backlog of all categories of immigrant visas. This prioritization plan instructs posts to maximize their limited resources to accommodate as many immediate relative and fiancé cases as possible, with the goal of preventing the backlog from growing in these categories and hopefully reducing it. However, the prioritization plan also instructs posts to schedule and adjudicate some cases in Tier 3 and Tier 4 each month. The department recognizes that visa applicants, particularly those in Tiers 3 and 4, will face continued delays. We further acknowledge that certain programs, including the Diversity Visa Program, operate on a fiscal year basis as required by law. The department values the Diversity Visa Program and is making every effort to process as many diversity visa cases as possible, consistent with other priorities, despite the severe operational constraints and backlog resulting from the COVID pandemic. However, as a result of COVID, the number of visas issued in lower priority preference categories or in such programs as the Diversity Visa Program likely will not approach the statutory ceiling in fiscal year 2021. Even though State Department says they are acting to reduce the backlogs, we see very little progress or action based on the comments we receive from subscribers. Let's get into our backlog analysis. As per the analysis from CATO Institute published in April, more than 500,000 non-immigrant visas are likely affected by the closures in April 2021, which will be 574,704 visas, including 471,348 visitor and business traveler visas, 39,875 student and exchange visitor visas, and 63,481 visas for diplomats, workers, and others. The closures are affecting some of the largest U.S. consulates and embassies in the world, including Mexico City, Shanghai, Beijing, Sao Paulo, Guangzhou, Mumbai, and Buenos Aires. Even when the posts are open, they often will cancel appointments without notice purportedly to prioritize, in the State Department's words, travelers with urgent needs, foreign diplomats, mission-critical categories of travelers, such as those coming to assist with the U.S. response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and workers who are essential to the American food supply, followed by students, exchange visitors, and some temporary employment visas. Will Biden administration relax COVID travel restrictions as predicted earlier? We need to wait and watch. If you have an emergency, you can find instructions on how to request an emergency visa appointment at the embassy or consulate's website. Applicants should check the website of the nearest embassy or consulate for the current operating status. Information about non-immigrant visa wait times are available on the Visa Wait Time tool. Please check the link in the description. Hope the information presented in the video is useful. U.S. Immigration Channel will be releasing a video when additional information is available on any of these program or regulations. If you have not subscribed, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. See you soon in our next video.